Hi, I'm Jaylyn.
And I'm Amber, and this is our daughter Journey and our dog Louie.
And this is our 2018 Heartland Torque, and we've been full-timing in it for 2 years. So one of the best things that I like about Heartland is that they have actually really deep sinks, and it provides like a lot of space. So, you know, I primarily cook in this household and I like to accumulate a lot of dishes while I'm cooking. So these deep sinks are perfect for me to just go ahead and knock these things out. Also, another major key component about Heartland is that they have these 3 burner stoves. So you have your primary one, which is your big one, then you have one that's pretty much resting, and then another one that is, you know, to keep food warm, whether you want to make noodles and things like that. Also, Heartland has one of the nicest sized ovens that I've seen in all the RVs that we had looked at. It has plenty of space for baking, whether you want to make cupcakes, you want to bake chicken or anything like that. It accommodates all my needs for everything that I do in the house in regards to food. Another key important thing that we have in our home is this very spacious microwave. As you can see, this microwave is actually deeper than some microwaves that I've seen in, you know, what people would consider normal houses. So this again is perfect. It's stainless steel. Again, it's made by High Point, another key point that Heartland puts into their RVs. So over here, as you can see, our cupboards have a lot of space. As you can see, we keep our cups and everything in this one. So this cupboard right here above, as you can see, we put bowls. We have our blender up there too, and we have a pitcher just in case we have guests. These are things that would accommodate that. Huge bowls to make salads. And then, you know, if we want to make sweet tea, lemonade, or anything like that, we have that there too. And one of my favorites, and well organized by my wife, is, you know, our plates, bowls, more bowls just in case we have guests. My wife was the one who installed these nice separators in order to separate all the plates from big, medium to small. Also, we have these bowls right here, and then our Pyrex bowl. That's pretty much all around mixing bowl and things like that, but very important and very essential in the household. Another great deep cabinet. As you can see, we keep our granola bars, oats, honey, peanut butter to make peanut butter and jelly. A lot of this stuff is pretty organic. My wife really keeps me humble because I used to just buy things in bulk. So she's really helped me be more of a minimalist and keeping everything more organized. So, I mean, everything I need, pretty much grab and go again for morning situations. Then we come over here to this cabinet, and this, again, gotta have coffee. Of course, every household essentially needs to have seasonings. Every household should have an air fryer. This is literally a major key in all households, especially during COVID. You can put chicken nuggets in there, you can put fish in there, corn dogs, you name it. Makes it all. One of my most important things, again, in this household is my Ninja coffee maker. Essentially does everything that you would need in a coffee maker, but this one specifically makes cold brew. I can do a rich brew, which would be a more flavorful coffee, and then I can just have a sitting one to where you set a timer, and then it will automatically start, you know, around a specific time to make the coffee, so I can just wake up, grab it and go, and then just go on about my day. All right, so over here, we have our water system. My wife is completely against single-use plastics. I used to always bring home water bottles, Gatorade bottles, and things like that. So, in order for my wife to combat that, she got us a water system that pretty much dispenses water. You can push this button right here for hot water, and then you have over this side for cold water. You put your cup right here, hit the button, instantly dispenses absolutely cold, refreshing water. So Heartland again does a great job with storage, and as you can see right here, we have our knives, forks, and spoons. So another key drawer that you need to have in your house is pretty much, it's not a catch-all, but then you have your can opener, you have your scissors, you have grip handles in order to get the tops off of jars, and of course you always got to have extra Chick-fil-A packets. Like if you don't have extra Chick-fil-A packets in your house, I really don't know what you're doing. It's hands down one of the best sauces that you can have. So when we got our new RV, one of the major things that we needed to do was upgrade our fridge, and thankfully in our toy hauler we have a residential size fridge. So all you have to do, push in on those handles, and look at that, literally an amazing amount of space. And going up here again with this residential size fridge is actually one of the deepest freezers that I've seen so far in an RV, and it's definitely a major upgrade from our last RV that we had purchased. This couch actually came with the house. This is the couch that my wife has been trying to get rid of for some awful reason. When all 4 seats recline, you can seat 4 people comfortably. You actually have light up cup holders on each side, and it is conveniently placed right in front of the television. So again, if you want to sit down on this comfortable couch, eat food, watch television, spend time with the baby, spend time with the wife, you name it. And even if you want to take a nap, whether it be morning, afternoon, evening, this is the place you want to be. So what made me want to live unconventionally was definitely my wife. So from, times where I grew up in West Virginia, RVs looked pretty different. They weren't as nice as they are now, spacious and things like that. But my wife sold me on the idea pretty much on how it would help us out, financially. We'd be able to come and go and travel and bring our home with us as we travel, live in beautiful places like this. And it's just overall way more simpler life, and it really helped us downsize and get rid of a whole bunch of stuff that we just didn't need. So, I mean, this is definitely an idea that she sold me on for the longevity of this.
I think the idea also of like having less things made me feel more free. I think a lot of people own a lot of stuff, me included, that I didn't need. I didn't need 3 things of stuff. So just being able to live more minimal and have less things kind of, I guess, made me feel more free financially and spiritually as well. So I work remotely for the first online notarization company. I'm a manager of our support team, so I can actually work anywhere that we have Wi-Fi.
What I do for work, I'm actually in the United States Marine Corps. I've been serving in the Marine Corps for the past 10 years as an 0311, which is a rifleman. For those of you all who don't know the numbers, saying there's a lot of numbers. Oh, go ahead.
So that's actually one of the main reasons why we did want to live tiny, was because he was active duty and we were living in base housing in homes that we would never own. So instead of that money going towards a house that was connected to somebody else that we would never own, I wanted to purchase an RV so that it was an investment, and that money instead would be paying for our home that we could travel in. So this is actually part of the slide out that used to be a closet that went here that I ripped out so that we could fit her mini crib here. So I went ahead and laid flooring at the bottom, and I actually had to elevate it because there was a box underneath for like electrical stuff. But this is now Journey's sleeping area. So this is actually the original bookshelving. I did paint the cabinets white and added some burlap just to kind of give it some more flair. And then I just have her books aligned here and some of her toys, and then shoes that she doesn't even wear. And this is a headboard I made that was inspired by an anthropology headboard, but instead of paying $300, I went ahead and made it out of bamboo slates for about $20-ish. And this is her changing area. We just have like a little bamboo basket here to change her in and lay her in with her little mobile up here. And then we keep her clothes here and just some diapers here as well. So this is our bathroom. We actually have plenty of cabinet space, lots of shelving. We also have a full-size shower as well, so it's perfect for everything that we need. All right, so these are our stairs. If you know anything about RVs, you know that they always cover them in horrible carpet. So my husband actually ripped off the carpet. My mom helped pull out all the nails, and then I converted it into actual cubby spots for our shoes, so that way it wasn't wasted storage space. So this is our dining room area that I redid. I recovered this with a orange suede because before it was brown. And then I hung these curtains here, added some succulents, and then covered this as well. All right, so this is our toy hauler room. We converted this area into a laundry room. So one of the things I wanted to have in our RV was a washer and dryer. Since I work full time and my husband does too, it's kind of like a necessity that we like to have. So this has turned into our washer and dryer area. This is a 2-in-1 washer dryer. And then we also have a half bath that I actually converted into our closet. And this area here has a ladder that pulls out if this dresser was to come forward. So there's a bed up there that you can use for sleeping. It's about a full-size bed. but instead of having it for a sleeping area, we actually use it for storage because we don't have a storage unit. Everything that we own is here in this RV. So this is our bedroom now, but the bed is actually above us, so it comes up and down on the risers, and when we want to sleep, we bring it down. I do plan to eventually convert this area into like another little like living room space with like either bean bags on the floor or something. Just haven't got to it yet. So this is a queen size bed. We wanted to do a king, but it actually would hit the door, so we couldn't do a king. But originally what was here was actually some benches that would fold out and then a bed above it, like a typical toy hauler room. Instead we ripped that out, built a platform bed, put the queen size bed up here so we can sleep on it, which is really nice because then we have the view of the ocean. So since we live by the beach, I have a collection of different hats that I like to switch out and wear. As you can see, I have them on the wall as decoration, so it's nice for storage and decoration as well. So these are our doors that we built. My brother's friend is actually a carpenter and came and helped us build these. These are actually patio doors, and they actually open and shut, so we like them a lot. It lets air in, so we get the ocean breeze. You can hear the ocean, which is really nice. And we also have insulation in here, which helps when it gets colder. Because as most of you guys probably know, RVs don't really stay heated or cool. So that helps a lot with that. And it opens up to our patio area. So this is actually one of my favorite places in the RV. As you can see, the patio overlooks the ocean. We really enjoy sitting out here with the baby and the dog and just taking in the ocean air and the breeze. So what we're actually stepping on is the toy hauler door area. So if it wasn't connected by these wires right here, it would actually flip down, so that way you can get like your ATVs and motorcycles up and into this area that we actually have as our bedroom now.
So while also being in the military, I think what helped my transition to live minimally is, you know, once we go to the field, we really don't have much. We just pretty much have a tent, sleeping bag, and you pretty much carry what you need. So pretty much me living in a big house, it really didn't fit all my needs. When we did live in a house, there were rooms that we didn't use. There was just a whole bunch of space that we just couldn't accommodate. We had like a dining room table that we maybe only ate at once or twice when we had guests over. So this is what also helped me transition into this, because it just, everything had a purpose. It's everything we need, you know, a bathroom, a living room, bedroom, washer and dryer. And, you know, this minimal lifestyle was really easy for me to come into, and it's actually been proven quite exciting. And I can see myself doing this for the remainder of my years, even after the military.
So this is Journey. She is 6 months old. When we found out we were pregnant, we decided we wanted to upgrade. So I really fell in love with the toy hauler, and after we found out we were pregnant, that kind of pushed us to upgrade our RV to get that. But I don't think we ever really questioned if we wanted to give up this lifestyle once we had a kid, because it's just something that, like, if they're born into it, it's all they know. And I feel like her being born into an RV and us eventually be getting to travel in it will give her more opportunity to explore the world. And see more things. So I don't think it was ever really questioned if we wanted to go back to a conventional lifestyle.
I think that was definitely a key thing, and especially with her being so young, you know, traditionally people are just, you know, sometimes they stay in their hometowns, they stay in homes, or usually stay in like those local areas, to where our daughter has the opportunity to, you know, see the world, other spaces, you know, once we do, you know, go to Arizona, leave California, possibly go to Washington. I mean, the experiences and the destinations are limitless, so it really gives her the opportunity to see things, you know, outside of California. And if this is a lifestyle that she wants to transition to as she gets older, she's fully lived it in her younger years, and if she loves it, she loves it. But we fully support her if she would want to move back into a home. So hidden behind this door right here is our control panel. So when you open this up, you have the light switches for all the primary lighting right here in the living room of the house. Right here, you have all your indicators for your gray tank 1, 2, your black tank, and your fresh tank. And when you hit the button, it shows you an indicator letting you know, hey, the battery is full, everything is good, and our fresh tank is only at 1/3, so absolutely good. From here, this is our Cummins generator, which pretty much if we don't have power or anything like that, or we want to go boondocking, all you have to do is hit this button to start it, and then from there, it'll start igniting the Cummins engine, which again takes about 3 to 4 seconds to kick on, and from there, it supplies power to the house, which is very convenient. This button right here would be for the awning outside. Not able to see it right now, but if I was to hold that button down, you know, on very sunny days, the awning would come out and provide shade, so it makes it a little more comfortable for you to sit outside. Right here, this is the slide out for the bedroom that you all were in earlier. That would be the baby's room. This button brings that slide in and out. It's a smaller than this off door slide right here that takes up the whole wall, and this will be the button that controls that slide. Again, with this house that we upgraded to, they do a very good job with making these controls and pulley systems very convenient. They don't squeak, and it's a very fluid motion, so just in case you maybe forget something or you need to stop, stops right away, allows you to clear anything else that you need to do, and then from there you can close it or open it back up. Outside we have one of our primary storage areas, but as of right now it still has the TV that's in there that it came with, and pretty much another drawer and a lot more space. Also, wander with us, this is my Instagram and this is also my wife's Instagram. Please feel free to follow and support us. So from here, our house has this nice latch that pretty much keeps that door up, keeps everything safe, so you don't have to hold it up when you're trying to move things around, or you just want to come in, grab something real quick and take it out. This is the TV that I was talking to. We don't really use it. It's just kind of one of those things that we're eventually going to plan to like gut it out, but as of right now it still has a home. So this compartment right here, even though it's packed with, you know, all of our beach things and equipment, you know, wetsuits, boards, and a lot of other miscellaneous stuff, you name it. But from inside of here, it might not look like it right now, but deep down, this pretty much reaches all the way to the other side of the RV, which gives you roughly about, I want to say, 8 feet of storage. And as you see, it can fit a number of things. Again, boogie boards, a child seat, even a kickball. Another key thing that I would like to mention that was a very great upgrade is our tankless water heater. If you have a regular water heater, you know, you kind of have to wait for your water to heat up when you're trying to boondock or go to other areas like that. One of the best things about a tankless water heater, once it gets that source water, it kicks on the mechanism, everything gets going, you get instant hot water. And here on this compartment is one of 2 propane tanks. These hold about 8 gallons of propane. Just to be safe, I usually keep it in between 6.5, 7, just because you don't want to ever fill up your propane tanks all the way, just because, you know, that gas buildup and things like that. But again, another very spacious storage area, well taken care of propane tank. Realistically, when I have both propane tanks going, I only have to fill them up, you know, once every 1 to 2 months, which is pretty good. So another essential piece that came with the toy hauler that, again, we don't really have toys, but we still utilized, is the fuel dispenser system, which this is a nozzle, it has gas in it, so I'm not gonna pull off at the trigger or anything because I don't want to shoot fuel everywhere. But this is where it's stored. This fuel system is filled right here. I'll put nothing but premium gas in here, again, because this premium gas is literally goes into the generator that I showed you before that powers the whole house. So as expensive as it may sound, I do put premium gas in there just because you want very top-notch gasoline, you know, especially when you want to keep the longevity of that dispenser. So with that door over here, this is pretty much the power button. Once you cut that on and then you hit the button for the gauge, I'm at 1/3 tank, so I actually need to go ahead and actually fill that up before we get on the road or anything like that anytime soon. But it tells you how much fuel you have, and it's giving you that reading off of the generator and all the gas that's already circulating through the dispenser. Again, very important, just because say if you're boondocking and you want to go out into the desert and you enjoy having four-wheelers, your dirt bikes and things like that, instead of having to haul it to a gas station, if you have an sufficient amount of gas in there, plug it right into the tank, fill it up, get it to a half a tank, get some great playtime out of it again, do what you need to do, put the dispenser back. You know, your toys have gas, easy day, and the fun keeps going on.
So this is actually just an outside storage area that I use for my tools. So I do all the renovations myself inside. They're really DIY, but this is where I keep my drills, my saws, my stains for the wood, and everything that I need for doing the renovations. If I had advice to give to somebody who wanted to live like this, I would say go for it. I know in the beginning I was really fearful, and that's kind of what pushed me to actually live the lifestyle, because I feel like if you fear something, you should push yourself to do it. So if you want to do it, do it. We had no experience with RVs before this. I had actually never even stayed in an RV before, so we just did tons of research, and we learned as we went. We made a lot of mistakes, but we learned to love it, and it's a lifestyle that we choose to keep living, and I don't foresee us stopping anytime soon. So if something you want to do, follow your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you like you can't do it, or let their negative talk stop you from doing it.
Be patient, most of all. The patience is the major key in that situation, because everything, you know, may not go as planned, and even when, you know, you buy a perfectly built RV, there's still things that you need to do. Again, what my wife was saying, we didn't have much experience. None. You know, woodworking, you know, electrical, decorating, and, you know, getting things to fit in certain places, and, you know, utilizing that space. So I think patience is definitely a key component, but also being open-minded. Realize, you know, what you walk into doesn't have to be, it's not the final result. I mean, make it your own. As you see, my wife's done a wonderful job in, you know, decorating, you know, being very innovative with everything and making sure that everything has a purpose. Spacious accommodate certain things, and everything just pretty much has a nice flow and theme to it. So, I mean, and always just be ready for the unknown. There'll be days where, you know, sometimes a light or something won't cut on. Hey, all you have to do, again, I recommend just calm yourself down, go through the process of elimination. And, you know, if you can't figure it out yourself, you can always call for help.
I would just say have fun with it as well. Like RVs kind of come standard, one size fits all type of thing, but you can make it your own. You can renovate, you can paint, you can change things the way you want it. So just have fun with it. Thanks for checking out our RV.
And thank you for, you know, following us along on our journey. We'll be traveling full time here shortly, one time out of the military. Feel free to follow us and help us out on Instagram. My Instagram is Adventures of Bush Photography.
You can also follow my blog online at www.amberandwanderland.com, or if you want to give me a follow on Instagram, it's amber.in.wanderland.
We appreciate the support. Thanks for hanging out with us.